This is the Tempest Universe, man. Hold on to your ass. You're in for a hell of a ride.
That's right. Welcome to the Tempest Universe. This is the Wednesday episode and the second episode of the week. Thank you for showing up, even if it's Saturday when you listen to this. We have a lot of news to talk about, right? There is it's almost like, I almost said something really bad. But anyway, the CIA decided to release UFO documents. Yeah, that happened. Why not mix things up? Why not just, screw with people's minds and just do shit the way you want to? Anyway, it's going to be a rough episode. I'm really congested. It's cold and it's dry at the same time. But I promise you that the only smell that gets through is the farts that come out of Bugs the UFO hunter. And luckily for me, he's charged up pretty good today. And they are just horrendous. I have no idea. Like before I started the podcast, I took some Febreze and I sprayed the area around my desk. Just sprayed it. Nice scent, lavender. It's defeated already. He's been in here like 3 minutes. And I don't even smell the lavender. It really is crazy. I wish I could use like one of those FLIR cameras to see if there's how it looks when it actually pops out from his bungalow. Because it's got to be like fast moving. He's probably farting Tic Tacs is what he's doing. Because the thing just envelops the whole room. It has no mercy at all. None whatsoever. That's what I'm dealing with here. It really is. I want to thank everyone that's sending in the intro, voice clips, and things like that for the Tempest Universe. Some really funny ones out there. And some of you even got really creative, like Texas Hellfire. We'll be hearing that one next week sometime. I got to get in there and kind of mess around with it, do my thing as well, to make it really Tempesty, if you will. Really Manny-like. But other than that, I want to say what's up to the guys who are in the live chat right now. If you want to listen to the podcast live, you've got to come on to Spreaker.com. Or if we happen to do a live YouTube episode, which really happens more with the Dark Horde, which, by the way, I'm thinking of bringing that back. In February, we're going to go back to YouTube and start doing some live episodes. In addition to that, the Tempest Universe in February may have 1 or 2 live episodes as I get some interviews together. And I'm just going to put these people live on YouTube. Like, fuck, everybody else is doing the same thing. Why not me? So put your ass on YouTube. You want to come on the podcast? We'll put you on YouTube. And hopefully we'll get Ronnie Dawson. Apparently the speaking engagement he had at that UFO conference in Nevada has been moved to June. So, listen, at least it gives him more time to prep because, he's got to have 17-inch prop in order to show the folks at the conference. There's no other way. You can't explain. Like when he came on the podcast, he was talking about 17. It's really hard to imagine it, to be honest, unless you're around horses a lot, I guess. But this gives him time to get the prop ready. So hopefully, if I play my cards right, we'll get Ronnie on here live, but we'll stick him on YouTube so we can enjoy his company as he tells us about at least some of what he's going to be presenting at the at that UFO conference in Nevada. And at that time, we'll share the rest of the info. Now, I'm glad I didn't share anything before, because I was kind of waiting for February, but for fuck's sake, it's in June now. So I'm off the hook, to be honest. Anyway, back to the guys who are live in the live chat. The Norm, Green Man, Game Vet, Dre, I think Davina's asleep. Pucky's there. Who I haven't seen probably in almost a week now. There's no Dave from Down Under. Somebody send out an APB for Dave because he seems to be missing in action. So anyway, we're about to get started. And it's Wednesday. We're halfway through the week. We had a shitty-ass Monday. Tuesday, we were trying to recover, but we could not because shit just flows through to Tuesday. Wednesday is hump day. So Wednesday, we want to kick it up live. The first song is banging. Get your glow sticks. Go get some flashlights. Stick them together. I don't care. Go outside. Moon somebody while this song is playing. And if you're at work, have a good time in the restroom. Because you're not supposed to be there. You're not on break. I think I ruptured a disc in my neck. Holy cow, what a way to wake your ass up. You know you guys are awake now, so stop fronting. Not a single one of you fast forwarded that damn song, because it's so hype. I mean, even if you're having a shitty ass day at work, guess what? You just played a hype ass song. Now go back there and fuck up everything you were doing. That's right. Get it. Get it now. Anyway, let's get started. Now, is it that there's a lot of overachievers in the CIA? I don't understand what the fuck just happened. What the hell just happened? This makes no sense to me. So you fuckers in the CIA could not wait the full 180 days plus, because we're not going to see that shit 180 days. No, they were like, no, we shall not be underdone. We will supply this now. I don't understand. It's just crazy. It's like like maybe there was someone that had nothing to do whatsoever, just hanging out at the CIA. I imagine someone like Nick Pope, right? Nick Pope was at the Ministry of Defense in the broom closet, like 6 levels under the ground level, and he was sitting there just doing his UFO shit. So his counterpart over in the CIA, probably about 3 miles under the ground, sitting there ain't got shit to do, right? They already killed off all the aliens they invaded. They're done doing the waterboarding. What the fuck are we doing now? So he's like, oh, fuck it. 180 days, let me just go ahead and type this out. Bam. Over at the Black Vault, the website that's run by John Greenwald Jr., it's all the damn CIA files. UFO related. Don't kid yourself, though, because what you see in some of these, and it's not all of them, there's a good amount of pages that are so redacted that you barely see anything. You barely see enough words to even make sense of what the hell was supposed to be on that page. But then there's other pages where you're like, oh, well, damn, that's pretty cool. I had no idea. For me, if I went through this stack of papers, I'd probably be saying that shit a lot, because I don't get really too involved with the history of ufology, right? For fuck's sake, it is 2021, and I just have a hard time reading about shit in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. I just it's legacy to me. Let's talk about the shit now before it becomes legacy to somebody else, because you're in it. You're in it to win it. It's live. It's like fucking Memorex. So it turns out CIA says, well, we're just going to release all of these. We're not going to wait for 180 days because we're just that good. We are. So they're ahead of the game. They got this out. As a matter of fact, it's a weird thing because the deal with the 180 days was those agencies were going to share the info, and eventually that info would get to a report that would go to this group of folks, right? This committee. Well, they kind of totally went around the whole fucking thing. They didn't give it to anybody except for the people, which means to me there's a lot of shit that's not in this bunch of paperwork here. It's not all included. You would have to be a complete moron to think that they gave you all the important information. They're either saving that shit for somebody else, they're just trying to cut down on all the shit they had to send over there by getting rid of the stuff no one really gives two fucks about. And the real juicy stuff, the stuff that you really want to read, they're holding on to it to give to that committee. There's just no other way around it. There's no way that they gave us everything. I don't believe it. But anyway, if you decide to go into the description of this particular episode, you have the link to the Black Vault page where you can download zipped files of about, almost 2,800 pages of reports. 2,800 pages. Now, there are some articles out there that are reporting millions of pages of the report. So I don't know if this is the Cliff Notes version that you get at the Black Vault. I have no idea. But according to the Black Vault, 2,800 almost, 2,780 to be exact, are in here. Now I started, kind of browsing this stuff. See, fuck, CIA, this is going to be good. The shit's really redacted. But there were some pages that kept on referring to an individual of last name Davidson. I was like, who the fuck is this Davidson? So apparently this Davidson guy was harassing the fuck out of people back, I assume it's maybe 40s, 50s, I don't know, 60s, something like that. Because you can't see the date on the damn document. Now keep in mind that some of these were actually photocopied. So these pages were photocopied and now all of a sudden they're in PDF form. So they're really shitty. Let's be honest about it. They didn't have really good Xerox copies back in the late 40s, 50s. Just put it that way. So this Davidson guy in these pages, right? I read about 9 pages. So this Davidson guy, he's fucking around, right? He says he wants to be an analyst for this UFO project. And apparently, not only that, but it turns out that there is a space tape that he wants information on. And so these guys in the, I don't even know if these pages were from the CIA. I didn't even look that far into it. But they're writing each other saying, hey, fucking Davidson. But I didn't say fucking Davidson, but I'm translating it for you. Fucking Davidson's, harassing the fuck out of us. He wants to be an analyst. He wants to be an expert. He wants to get close to /project. Now, the project name was redacted. So Davidson's going around, he's harassing people, page after page. They're talking about this fucking guy because he will not give up. The dude is relentless. And then at one point, the word doctor appears. So Dr. Davidson now. So now this guy's a doctor, and he wants to be in. He wants to be on the inside of the UFO conversation because he says he can contribute to it. Going in like maybe 8 or 9 pages, all of a sudden the full name appears. Dr. Leon Davidson. Dr. Davidson was part of the Manhattan Project. Now this is what I'm assuming, that this is the same Dr. Davidson, because according to the information I found on the internet, Dr. Davidson had an interest in Project Blue Book. But he was harassing them. He wanted to be part of this. He wanted to be part of the UFO discussion. He wanted to analyze things. There was a space tape mentioned in there that he wanted access to. He was also referred in one of the documents to the Air Intelligence Center for Flying Saucers at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. How relentless was he? Apparently, the guy that referred him to Wright-Patterson found out from Wright-Patterson that Dr. Davidson was already there, harassing them about getting in, being an analyst, being part of the project, finding out what they know or what they've already analyzed. This guy was no joke. These are some of the things I assume you'll be able to find. Now, with all the redaction, you're going to have to read page after fucking page and do some research to find out who the hell it is. I'm pretty sure this was Dr. Leon Davidson. He was a chemical engineer and one of the team members that developed the atomic bomb. Fantastic story, just in those pages. Is this worth looking through? Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't give up your weekends at the bar. I wouldn't give up a good vodka, to read this. But if you're on the shitter and you have nothing else better to do than to sit there and push one out, yeah, put it on your phone, read it up. If you're at the doctor's office waiting for the payment for your, waiting for either to pay or to get your COVID shot, well, fuck, go ahead. Bend over and look at your phone. Read some of this. Maybe bring it up with the doc. You'll go a little easy on you. It's fantastic information. Legacy information, yes, but it gives you an idea at what level of person, what level of individual was involved in these conversations. So to think that only like country folk, and as some people might have put it back in the day, only people who were uneducated, who had very limited knowledge, were the ones that were interested in ufology and UFOs, back in the day, is BS. And we know this just because Dr. Davidson was out on the hunt. He wanted to know more. So apparently, it wasn't just country bumpkins that were out there seeing UFOs. We had a guy who's a doc, a scientist, who blew up a country eventually from his work, that was interested in UFOs. It's pretty good. Fascinating. The link's in the description. You can go there. There's 2 versions of the documents. One is the plain old, they just scanned the shit and just threw it out. Here, have it. And then I believe the Black Vault attempted to make some of these searchable. But again, these are photocopies, especially the ones early on. So it's going to be hard for, that PDF program to pick up on the words. But in some places it does. Wherever the words are clear, it does. So it is pretty cool. I suggest you check it out. Like I said, link in the description. Go in there, download it, read it on the toilet. It doesn't when you're in the shower, Forget about reading Stephen King. Just pull out your phone and thumb through this and see what you find. Check this out.
Even when it don't feel right, I still wanna party with her. Even when it don't feel right, You know I'ma party with her, with her, with her. She be calling on a Monday, wanna meet on Tuesday, asking me to fix me up real nice. She can wait until the weekend, she wants off the deep end, telling me to bring the stuff I like. I don't wanna let her down, so I'm telling her yes. Though I'm counted down from the pain in my chest, but I'm putting that aside now. I'ma feel her right now, happy from the stuff I know she likes. I've been trying my luck every day of the week, yeah. With my baby, what's up? Ay, always down every week, yeah. Know I love her too much, but I just can't get enough. She's slipping through the cracks, call my bluff. She know what's up, can't get enough, yeah. Even when it don't feel right, I still wanna party with her. Even when it don't feel right, hey, you know I'ma party with her, with her, with her. We been chillin' all through Wednesday, slept until it's Thursday. She don't wanna leave me, not just yet. Told me all about last Friday, when she went all crazy. Didn't go to bed till Saturday. I don't wanna go without, so I asked her to stay. Though she broke my heart in a million ways, but I'm putting that aside now. I'ma feel alright now, happy just as long as she's with me. I've been trying my luck every day of the week, yeah. With my baby, what's up? Always down every week, yeah. No, I love her too much, but I just can't get enough. She's slipping through the cracks, call my bluff. She know what's up, yeah. Can't get enough, yeah. Even when it don't feel right, hey, I still wanna party with her. Even when it don't feel right, yeah. You know I'ma party with her, with her, with her, yeah. Even when it don't feel right, I still wanna party with her, oh yeah. Even when it don't feel right, you know I'ma party with her, with her, with her. Even when it don't feel right, you know I'ma party with her, with her, with her, yeah, yeah.
You know, I talked about in the last episode how I was over the weekend just reading Reddit and posting and talking about stuff. And here's the funny thing is that in Reddit, nobody knows about the podcast, and it's just me. They don't even know it's me. It's some crazy-ass name that the system came up with. It's not even, any reference to myself or anything. So, I'm reading these things, and I see so many experiencers, so many people talking about that, seeing UFOs, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. That's why I want to build a community there. Now, we have the Discord. Someone said, hey, how do I become an Asgardian? There's two ways. One way I really don't care to talk about because it's kind of private. And the other way, I believe the Asgardians nominate members of the Discord. So this might be an ongoing thing. But if you join Discord, the link is in the description. Listen, it's a free app. They don't run a bunch of commercials on you. You go in there and you discuss stuff. That's it. You don't got to be afraid of anything. I know Dre's kind of mean sometimes to the people in there. But, you'll get over it. So you could just ignore him. He's a wild man down in Corpus Christi. And that's just the way it goes. Texans are that way sometimes. A little crazy. But no, he won't. He's harmless most of the time. But join the Discord. Talk to the folks. Be part of it. I'm actually going to be giving out some things to the Asgardians once I receive them, mail stuff out to them, just because they're Asgardians. They are what people call as super listeners. They're there all the time. They talk about stuff. They share information. They like stories. They share personal stories, pictures, and all that good stuff. They're super listeners. and I appreciate them. So, we'll do something for them. The other thing is that apparently stories regarding incidents are not just from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. People are still experiencing UFO incidents and missing time and all that kind of shit really as far or as close as 4 years ago. These are the kind of stories you heard from back in the day. They're still happening. So what the hell is going on? Let's get on to this new story just to hear about Joe. Gosh, Bug's fart is so bad it made me sneeze. And that's because I'm congested. It's amazing. I ran across this story out of, I believe it's Ohio. And the story is a two-part story regarding this guy named Joe. And Joe, the story is actually titled Local Man Shares UFO Experience, Parts 1 and 2. So that you guys don't have to go fishing for these, both are linked in the description so you can go in order. I'm going to read this all kind of jacked up all over the fucking place because I don't want to ruin it for you. You kind of have to read what happened, right? So Joe is this guy back in 2017, right? That's my New York accent just kicked in there for a second. So Joe's out there and he's working a third shift at his job in Garrettsville. Hopefully this is Ohio for fuck's sake, but when I looked it up, it seemed like it was. He was traveling near a property around 82 near Shanks Downs Road, and he noticed fucking lights. Lights out in the middle of a field. He's like, these fucking lights are strange. Let me stop and look at them. Well, I guess he's never seen fire in the sky. Like, he doesn't know about Travis Walton. You don't get out your fucking truck. You don't do it. But let me just go on, because I'm telling you, you just don't stop fucking around, people. Do not. You see bright lights in the sky, stay the fuck in your truck. All right? Unless you're wearing a chastity belt and you're wearing aluminum all over your damn cranium, stay in your vehicle. Do not get out. But Joe said, for fuck's sake, what are these beautiful lights up in the field? So he stops his truck. He's getting off a third shift. Many of you blue-collar folks at one time or another work the third shift. When you get off your job working the third shift, you are sleepy as fuck. I'm sorry, but that used to happen to me. I used to work third shift in Florida. And, I spent all night chasing gators and all kind of stuff, keeping them off this corporate property. And after that, I was dog tired, man. You serious? Fucking gators move pretty fast, believe it or not. Anyway, so he takes some photos, right? And he shows some of the photos to his wife because he was trying to get a good picture, So back 2017, the phones are not that bad. He captures some photos and he says what he thinks he identified was two distinct aircrafts. But he recalls when he was talking to his wife and telling her about this incident, he's like, he felt like he was mesmerized. When he got out the truck, took the pictures, it was like he was hypnotized. Really crazy thing. And then he says that these lights seem to blink, alternatively. Like, one would take a shot. They were like alternate. As if they were talking to each other. So he took these pictures and then he says, well, he decided that when another car was approaching down the road, he's like, oh, fuck it, let me just get the hell up out of here. And he actually said, and I quote, and I guess he's talking to himself, because that happens in Ohio. I wanted to get out of there. It was getting too crowded. So he moved on. He got the hell out of there. About a year later, in Ohio, Joe is driving down the same road again. What does Joe see? Sees fucking lights. So what the fuck does Joe do? He didn't learn the first time, right? Because he didn't remember what the hell happened. He didn't. He just went out. He got out the truck again. He said, hey, let me get some more pictures with my phone. Really? So he did that. And he says that he recalled that the lights were so damn fucking bright that he ended up trying to cover himself, kind of like a human-made hand visor. You guys do that all the damn time, to block the light. And he says the light was so damn bright, it illuminated his truck. So apparently they were aiming the lights at Joe. Well, about a year after that, Joe's looking through his phone, right? Because, both incidents, he's just like taking pictures like he's a damn paparazzi and shit. He's out there like, got it. Let me leave now. Well, a year after that, we're talking about close to 2019 now? Just around the bend, pre-COVID-19. So he's out there. He's like, he decided, maybe my phone's working too damn slow. Let me download some of my contacts and pictures onto my computer. Lo and behold, he sees a series of pictures he does not remember. Yeah, paparazzi Joe took pictures that not only did he not recall taking, they were completely brand new to them. And they were taken in sequential order, back to back, like he couldn't take his finger off the damn button. And the image for this podcast episode is one of those images that Joe took. There is a being in the rearview mirror. And apparently, when you see the pictures all in sequential order, you see this entity or whatever the hell it is, slowly, thanks Bugs, that's his dramatic music that he applied. Slowly, the thing just creeps into the view of his rear view mirror, and then the pictures stop. Bugs is all excited. He's leaving now. He doesn't like the idea of probings. I've looked at these pictures. There's some weird ass shit going on there. Look at it. It might be too small on your phone, so the link is in the description. I would suggest going to both because each one has a bit of the story of the pictures that Joe took, unbeknownst to him. Now, the other weird thing here, and these, like I said, these incidents are still happening, but people just aren't reporting them, and they're not being shared the way they should be. But the other weird thing is that Joe, thumbing through these things on his computer, he actually saw that some of those bright light incidents occurred on other days that he did not recall stopping for. So there were pictures in there with similar incidents that were completely missing from his memory. That is the crazy shit that's happening today. When you look at this picture, when you go to the website, because I know you want to, read as much as you can. You don't have to read it all, but look at the damn pictures, because the pictures are not blurry. These are not blurry ass pictures from, back in 1960, 1970. These are pretty clear pictures because he's in his car at this point, and he's looking at the image that's being reflected by the rearview mirror of shit coming up behind him from the rear of the truck, because that's where probings occur. Crazy story. 2017, 2018, 2019. There is something going on. It's nonstop. Either he has a fucked up mind and he's ill and he doesn't even know it, or something happened to him on those days. Now, it is there's something else in here because, of course, he showed the wife the pictures or whatever, and she says something's going on. She really believes that Joe is attracting these things because apparently some experiences similar to UFO sightings and stuff like that are happening around his house. So either someone's keeping really close tabs on Joe and the family, or they're in the middle of UFO Central and no one really knows it. Here's a crazy story. It happened in the last few years. So when you go to some place where people, openly share this stuff like Reddit, it makes you wonder how many of these things, these crazy incidents, are not being reported nationally because this is one fucked up story. And it could happen to you. Okay, in the meantime, this next song is a PSA announcement for you to make sure you wash your damn hands. We're still dealing with COVID, damn it.
Remember to wash your hands. Remember to wash your hands. Every time you've been around playing with friends, remember to wash your hands. Remember to wash with soap. Remember to wash with soap. When you wash your hands after blowing your nose, remember to wash with soap. And count to 20 at least. Count to 20 at least. Cover your cough and then wash your hands. And always count to 20 at least. Oh, oh, oh. Bring it on, sing along to the hand washing song. Remember to clean your nails. Remember to clean your nails every day before you eat your meal. Remember to clean your nails. Remember to wash them all around. Remember to wash them all around. Remember to wash both tops and palms after you've been eating your meal. And count to 20 at least. Count to 20 at least. When you're done going potty, wash your hands and count to 20 at least. Oh, oh, bring it on and sing along to the hand washing song. Let's go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, 9 and 10, 11 and 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And now your hands are clean. Woo!
Don't ask me why. I just don't know why. Like, I heard this song and I was like, this really fits. Like, this is my gift to you this Wednesday, January the 13th, 2021. Wash your damn hands. Yeah. It's funny they said, wash under your nails, because that's crazy to think that COVID-19 would be hiding under your nails, But when you sit around with your finger in your ass all day, who really cares? I can't believe I said that. Starship SN9 is freaking blazing a trail down in Boca Chica next to, not too far from Corpus Christi there, Dre. One of these days, we got to get Dre down there with a camera just so he can videotape this shit. Yeah, he'll be famous. I'm telling you. He's just not listening. He'll be famous, man. Even Elon's going to want to talk to him. So, yesterday, on Tuesday, no, actually not Tuesday. It was January the 6th, actually. They had one static fire. They tested it real short. It was like a blip. It was like, when you get on a motorcycle, for you motorcycle riders, and you blip the throttle real quick. That's what happened. It was kind of like a letdown because you wanted to see if it would take it to the edge and see if they blow that bitch up. But no, that's not what happened. They just blipped it. They blipped the throttle. Today, they went balls to the wall. They actually did a static fire 3 times. 3 separate times, those 3 Raptor engines flared up. Of course, not super long, but still, that's what went down. So we're getting closer to seeing another hop here from Boca Chica, thanks to SpaceX Starship SN9. So get ready. It's going to be great. According to Elon, this is what he wrote after they completed the 3 tests. He says, hop in and go to Mars. That's the goal. So he's pretty much saying he's ready. We are ready to hop this thing. But he is so hell-bent on getting to Mars. It's crazy. There was an article today where another company has actually signed a contract to get SpaceX to deliver shit to the moon. For fuck's sake. I feel like we might think that Elon's going to be, held back by a lot of things. Maybe he won't make it in time to Mars. But I think it's really, he's ahead of the game here. I think he's going to kind of beat the timing or do something really fucking crazy to surprise everyone. Because, before we get to Mars, we got to get to the moon. But that lunar version of Starship is, apparently it's out there in Boca Chica somewhere. Might be in fucking pieces. I don't know. They might have to put it together like fucking Legos. Who knows what the hell it is. But there are closures and what they call secondary and primary dates already available for Boca Chica. So primary dates are the dates where they tell everyone in Boca Chica, get the fuck out. Please, go. You're going to be char grilled. You'll be the next barbecue at Bobo's, down FM Road 23. You'll be the next stew. If you don't get the hell up out of here, take your shit, go to work, do something. Go slide on a pole. I don't know, whatever makes you happy. So primary date this week will be tomorrow, Thursday, January 14th, from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. That main road down Boca Chica will be closed. And so the people in the town of Boca Chica have been forewarned. Get the fuck out. There is no secondary date right now for the 14th. The next primary date is Monday, January 18th. And that has two secondary dates for the 19th and the 20th. So basically, primary dates is a date that they could launch SN9. And secondary dates are the backups, just in case something goes awry or the weather fucking sucks. And it's not worth shooting up this, $25 million piece of expendable metal. And who knows how much they cost. But still, there's a bunch of them down there just waiting to be shut off. But that's what we're waiting for. I'm hoping that one day they get on a real fucking schedule where like they say, we're going to be launching on Friday, and you can go down there and know that the fucking thing is going to take off Friday, not like 2 weeks later like it's been happening. But when that happens, I want to be down there, and maybe some of the Texas listeners of the Tempest Universe can go down there and check it out. We could all be there together celebrating the takeoff of whatever Starship number it is. Starship 55, who knows. But that's what's happening. I got one more weird article for you to round out Wednesday's episode. So hold on to your hats, because this is my last song.
hello. This is Stewie. We're having a sexy party with Manny Moonraker on the Tempest universe. Cheers.
So, I've been scouring the intranet and the interwebs, whatever the hell it is, the dark webs, for weird and strange stories, right? Because that's part of the Tempest universe. Now, I didn't do that with, not that often. I didn't do that very much with UFO Buster Radio, but the universe is crazy. So is our world, so is our solar system, so is our galaxy. And weird shit happens, like really off stuff. Now, there used to be a time where you would look on the news and all you would see was weird shit, like really weird shit. Nowadays, it's all 180 days this, Trump did that. There's nothing really to look at that's weird. But there's a lot of articles now, like the one that I have here, that are talking about or kind of recapping still. Like we're in the fucking middle of January. 2020 is so last year. But they're still recapping a lot of things that happened back in, 2020. And this one is crazy as hell. Yeah. And actually, the article is from USA Today. So it has a lot of other weird incidents that happened. So if you're into that shit, guess what? Here's a link for you. Check it out. It turns out that Denmark, in November, had an incident with the Mink. The things that look like fucking ferrets. But they use it for mink clothing, coats, and stuff like that. So, according to the article, Denmark produces 40% of the world's mink fur. But something happened, right? Something happened by the... thanks to fucking Wuhan. Yeah, like Wuhan really has fucked everything up. I don't understand. There was another report saying that China lied about how badly the people in Wuhan were impacted by COVID. Like almost 3 times worse than what they reported. But in Denmark, the mink got infected. The cute little mink animals. The ferret-looking things. They got infected by a mutated strain of COVID-19. Like Wuhan has no fucking bounds. They really. There's no honor among frigging thieves. They infected everything, everyone. Like, don't even kiss your fish, man. You catch a fish and you're like, supposed to kiss it or whatever. Fuck, no. Put a mask on it. Yeah, don't do it. Don't kiss it. You caught that first fish? That's the first, whatever. No. Do not. You got to eat the deer's heart? You're stupid. Put a mask on it. Because thanks to Wuhan, all of that has changed. Yeah. I'm being real with you. Because even the mink got it. So, what they had to do? They decided, we're going to kill all these fuckers. I mean, couldn't they wait 2 weeks? I don't understand. Couldn't they wait 2 weeks before they killed off all the fucking mink? That makes no sense to me. So what? Someone wears a freaking infected mink coat. Big deal. Anyway, they decided we need to kill off all our mink and bury them. Put them in the ground. Right, Bugs? That's fucked up. Well, someone forgot to tell them that when you bury stuff, you kind of put it down in the earth for a reason. Like deep down, 6 feet and under. Because shit happens to the bodies. So... apparently they didn't dig these things. They didn't dig the holes far enough, so it was kind of shallow where they put all these freaking minks. And actually, the story doesn't say how many it is, but it must have been a shitload of minks, to be honest. And the bodies, with decomposing and stuff like that, they started to gas up, and they started to pop up off the fucking ground. They basically, thanks to Wuhan, created zombie mink. And the people were panicking. They're like, what the fuck is going on? The mink are coming back to life. They're coming out of the ground. So people in Denmark were scared shitless. Imagine half of them were high as fuck. And they're walking by and they see Mink looking like the Evil Dead popping out of the ground. So they were freaked out. This is the effect of COVID-19, the evil clutches of Wuhan. They've created zombie Mink. This is your weird ass story for this week. Could you imagine that happened here? First of all, why the fuck wouldn't you bury the damn things like a little deeper, like next to the humans? Because, I mean, you could probably take 50 Mink and put them in the same hole that you put like a human being in. So, I mean, they were probably all melancholy. They didn't have enough snacks or whatever, so they neglected to take care of business and created this crazy scare. Actually, they said it was a national panic. A national panic of zombie creatures that look silky and minky. Right? Look like fresh mink coats filled with blood and decomposing smell. You guys are nasty, Denmark. The hell are you doing? By the way, some people do listen in Denmark. And thank you for listening. That's the end of the podcast for today. I thank you guys for listening. By the way, I see Zachariah actually made it in live. So, Zachariah, thanks for joining in. And don't panic, folks. If you see a bloated body coming out of the dirt, fuck. Just push it back down. Stab it. Get some of the air out of it. That's all it is. It's just bloated. Come on. This is the end of the podcast. I'll catch you next week. Don't forget Friday at 9 p.m. Central. Chris Garcia, the psychic, will be on the Dark Horde. And I've got some questions to ask. I do. But if you have questions, the only way you can ask him is by being here live. Otherwise, maybe he'll foresee them. I'm not sure.
is your profession?